Great skills again by him. Oh, marvellous goal by Lowdown.
Welcome to the Rangers Journal.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Doug. This is the Rangers Journal, and you're watching the Lowdown, your bite-sized show where we take you on a little tour around our upcoming opposition, which in today's episode will be Brann in the Europa League. Been away from home for a little bit, so we had a short break from the Lowdown, but now we are back with your regularly scheduled shows. And I'll be doing episodes for all the upcoming matches as they come thick and fast as we enter the Danny Röhl era of Rangers. Quite excited by Danny Röhl. He's a manager that I think has got a lot going for him. He has a lot of the tactical and sort of exciting things that I think we thought we were going to see from Russell Martin, but with some key differences that I think will stand him in good stead to succeed where Martin failed. First and foremost, Röhl is a much more practical manager, much more pragmatic manager. He will look at what the team has and make adjustments to his philosophies to account for the players that he has available. He likes to take account of the opposition and make changes to his approach based on them. We'll see different tactics from him. We'll see different lineups. And we'll see in-game management, which was something I don't think we've seen to a great extent since Giovanni Van Bronckhorst was excellent at assessing matches in game and making tweaks. And that was a big part in how we got to a Europa League final. And I think Danny Röhl has that ability in him as well. Another thing he had that Martin didn't is he has elite level experience, albeit as an assistant. He has worked at the highest levels for the German national team, most successfully at Bayern Munich, where he won multiple trophies, including the Champions League, 2 Bundesligas, multiple domestic trophies, the Club World Cup and the Super Cup. So he knows what it's like to win and to be at a club that demands to win. He's already said some good things, although words are just words. He's talked about winning first and beautiful football coming later. He's talked about wearing a suit at the sidelines. He's done a lot of things to help bring fans on side who were maybe a bit cautious with him coming in. This will be his first game. He's only had sort of 2 days, maybe 2 sessions to work with the team, so I don't think we're going to see huge changes thus yet. I think we will see some improvements, hopefully to mindset, to the pace of the game. I think we'll see us being a little bit more energetic, moving the ball quicker. And I think we'll see us attacking specifics a bit more. He does like to look at teams and look for areas to attack and to gain advantages. And I think we'll see the sort of shoots of that in the start of this game. Brann do have some areas that are worth looking at, which we will talk about in a moment. So let's kick on, so as we usually do, by looking at the current form of the teams going into this game. Rangers, only the one win in the last 5. It's a bit of a trend, unfortunately, thus far, in terms of not having enough winning games off of 2 draws from Falkirk and Dundee United. The Dundee United game, we did look better in the first half, but old habits crept back in the second. James Tavernier coming in to pull us out and get that point. Brann, on the other hand, have 3 wins in their last 5. They do have a lot of injuries, and they've been losing more goals than they maybe would, although the last 3 games have been a bit better. And they come into this game with a huge injury list, though. I think it's about 9 players that are injured as they come into this game, so they will not have their top strength side, which I think hopefully will work in our favour. In terms of league form, you can see obviously we're currently sitting 32nd without a win. Brann's up in 17th with 1 win and 1 loss. So as I say, hopefully in this game we can see ourselves getting some points on the board to kick off our Europa League tournament. It's not a complete loss yet, but we are going to have to really play our best in the tournament from now on if we want to qualify, but we certainly can still get to the knockout stages at the very least. Looking at what we can expect from Brann, they do play a sort of a 4-3-3 flexible sort of 4-1-5 sort of system in attack. They're flexible with their shape, as the wide forwards tucking in or stretching depending on how they want to move, and in the phases of play, similar to how Röhl likes to play in terms of looking at in possession, out of possession. We will see their players move around. The fullbacks will push up. They'll often push up one side rather than both, though. depending on the phase of play again, and to help support in the attack. The midfield three will tend to have one holding player and two box-to-box types who'll look to get up and down the pitch and supporting the defence and attack where needed. They do like to have a balanced build-up out from the back, the goalkeeper playing it out and then working the ball up through the phases. They are a high possession, high pressing side, high passing side, similar to what we've sort of seen from ourselves, although they do tend to get more result and more outcome than we've been seeing from our Rangers team thus far in the season. They'll look to be centrally compact, keep spaces tight, and win the ball back quickly, turning possession over quickly and breaking from that. In terms of what I was saying a minute ago, the high fullbacks will leave spaces in behind, and we can target that. That is something that opponents have gotten some joy from when playing Brann. And they will look to generate chances through overloads, either centrally by the striker dropping deep into the midfield area to create overloads there, or through the wide areas with the fullbacks and wingers. So say they do have multiple injuries with key players. As I say, they do have multiple injuries to key players, and as I say, something like 9 players out at the moment. So there is some scope there to take advantage of the situation and hopefully get the points on the board. Looking at their danger men, first I picked out their main striker now, Bard Fine, or Fine. He's got 6 goals and 1 assist, playing up front, starting 14 of the 20 matches. He did have another higher score, though he's been sold since to England. Fine, as I say, has been getting goals for them. Creates a good amount of chances there, 76th percentile for his position. And you see the shot attempts and goals very high. Joachim Soldvelt, their left back, has been a very dangerous player. He's got 7 assists already thus far and 2 goals for himself. As I say, he will definitely be pushing high and will look to put crosses into their central player. Not all their crosses are the sort of standard in the air crosses. They will cross along the deck plenty of times as well. And as I say, they've been getting a lot of joy from that left side in terms of assists. So that is definitely one. So that's definitely one for us to look out for. In terms of Rangers, as I say, I don't think we'll necessarily see any major changes to begin with. I've gone for a pretty standard lineup in the standard formation. I do think Röhl is probably going to stick to the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 to begin with anyway, and that may change over time. I brought Cameron in for his energy. I think Röhl will like the movement that he can bring as well. Other than that, as I say, he has said there will be changes, but obviously within brand new, it's hard to really say what those may be. So we'll need to sort of build up that picture as we go. But I think obviously starting with the players that are familiar with each other and have played a lot together, I think probably sets us in good stead to start with. And then as he gets to know the players better and working a system through them, then we'll be able to you'll be able to pick out patterns, and we'll be able to pick out patterns, and we'll start to see the kind of players that are going to be popular under him and that can obviously perform under him as well. In terms of our game changer, this really could go either way. We don't know what players will come out on top and shine the best under Röhl, but I'm going to just say for the purposes of this game, the game changer is going to be James Tavernier. He needs to come out obviously as captain and put in a good showing with the new manager, drive the team forward, lead by example as he's been doing. He is our top scorer alongside Gassama this season. He continues to dig the team out of holes, getting the equaliser there at Dundee United, and has gotten a few goals to get his points on the board. As I say, we think he needs to help, obviously, to Röhl to settle in and to lead from the front in terms of getting Röhl's ideas out and onto the pitch. So, as a captain, that's an important thing for him. So a good performance from Tav will go a long way to help that, lead the team, push things forward. Obviously getting on now at 33, he still has 4 goals in the league, 5 goals in total, one assist in all competitions. You see from his percentiles, he's still performing well and above the majority of players in his position, for various things, particularly in terms of chances created and touches. Tav is always involved in games, creating stuff for the team, and that really hasn't changed as of yet. We do need to see more players contributing, though. We shouldn't still really have Tav as the one who's creating the most chances for us. We need to be getting players providing more chances, like Atman, Gassama, Asgard as well. I think Raskin is actually one of our higher players for chance creation also. So I think we need to get more numbers out of these players and remove the burden, not just remove the burden off of Tav so that he doesn't have to do all that, and maybe take some of the pressure of him always having to push forward. But, for the team, as it stands, Taz last season with us, and, if he's continuing to be the number one person creating all the chances, continuing to be our top goal scorer, then, that's a hole that will be created when he leaves. So we need to start seeing players step up and push that mantle in order to carry on. In terms of a prediction, predictions haven't been great so far. Rangers letting us down. I predicted 2-1 for Rangers against Sturm Graz. And it was 2-1, but the other way around. I'm going to be positive, though, and say we're going to take advantage of Brann's injuries and win 2-0. A good start, hopefully, to the Danny Röhl era. And hopefully the players will get that new manager bounce. So we'll be looking to impress, play with a bit more fluidity, a bit more speed, a bit more personality than they have done in the games up to now. As I say, we did see some of that in the first half of against Dundee United. So I hope to see more of it in this game, but continue throughout the 90 minutes. Rangers do like to pull out a performance on a Thursday, so let's hope they can continue to do that and that we can see something, as I say, good from the team. So that's all for me on this lowdown for the Brann game. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Loads of great content still coming up for the remainder of the week. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can hit that notification bell as well, which will tell you whenever we go live, which is most nights per week, and before and after games during the week and at the weekends. I think the next time I'll be on will potentially be this weekend for the pre and post matches shows for Kilmarnock. So we'll see you then, if not before. And depending on when you're watching this, it's coming out Friday morning. So if you are watching it Friday morning, then there will be the afternoon news show as well. And if you're a member, then we're going to be starting our new regular member show on Sunday. If you want to sign up, if you're not already, and you want to sign up as a member, you can do so for just 99 a month on our YouTube channel. So you can go and click over to the membership also. But if you're not able to do that for any reason, that's fine. A like and subscribe will go a long way to the channel and help pushing us forward. We've just hit 4,500 and we want to keep growing and bringing you the best Rangers content we can, because we really love talking about the Gers. And I think we're going to have an exciting period under Röhl to discuss. You've been watching Rangers Journal. My name's been Doug. And just remember that every night is a Rangers Journal night. Bye.